calls committee whole meeting for March 19, 2024 to order. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Alderman Yamas.
Here.
Alderwoman Garza.
Here.
Alderman Masiacos.
Present.
Alderman Donnell.
Here.
Alderman Franco.
Here.
Alderman Seville.
Here.
Alderman Tolliver.
Here.
Alderwoman Smith.
Here.
Alderman Bug.
Here.
Alderwoman Bade.
Here.
Alderman Lash.
Present.
Alderman Warman.
Here.
Mayor Irvin is present.
Is there approval of the minutes for Tuesday, March 5th,
So moved.
2024 committee of the whole meeting? Motion made by Alderman Smith, second by Alderman Seville. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries by voice vote. Mr. Mohammed, can you give the mayor's report, please?
Yes, good evening, everyone. For the mayor's report tonight, we recognize in Women's History Month and also the National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. We do have two women who are being honored tonight who are still en route and caught on traffic. So we're going to pivot and recognize our special guest who's here with us tonight. As we know, March is Women's History Month, but it's also National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. It highlights the many ways in which people with and without disabilities come together to form strong, cohesive communities. During the month, the goal is to raise awareness about the inclusion of people with disabilities, developmental disabilities in particular, in all facets of community life, as well as the awareness of the barriers that they may face in terms of employment and just quality of life in general. The theme this year is a world of opportunities, and we're celebrating people and building a community that's creating a world where everyone can do well and succeed in spite of their disabilities, including here at City Hall. And so we have a very special guest here tonight who fits the theme of Women's History Month and Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month as well.
Happening today, a ceremony in Aurora will honor a special city employee. Quatiana Strouder is being recognized for her work during Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. Despite her physical challenges, Q, as she's known, has become a fixture at Aurora City Hall. Today, she'll receive the Mayor's Award of Excellence for her service.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask the mayor to come down as we honor Q. And Q, you're going to join the mayor. Come on right on down, front and center. Let's give her another round of applause.
Now, before I read this Mayor's Award of Influence and Excellence, I want to talk a little bit about Q and why we're giving her this award. It's because every day when I show up to City Hall and I walk into that front door, I see a smiling face, and that smiling face is standing right next to me. And this smiling face asks me every single day, Mayor, how are you doing? And I hope you have a good day. And no matter how I'm feeling that morning when I come to work, I can tell you that I immediately feel better about my day because Q has greeted me and told me that she hopes that I have a good day. Now, I do want to tell a little bit of a story. When she first was hired, for some reason, I was calling her Z. And I would come to work every day. Hi, Z. How are you doing? And, she would never correct me. And then I walked up to my office one day and I said, Z is such a nice person. And they would, you mean Q? I said, wait, no, her name is Z. I said, no, her name is Q. And then I went downstairs immediately and I said, every morning I've been coming in and calling you Z, but your name is Q. How come you didn't correct me? She said, well, I knew what you meant. And I just wanted you to have a nice day regardless. So I really appreciate you being such a friendly, welcoming person and making my day and everybody's day that sees you, in the morning at work, making our day better. So thank you very much, Q. And let's give her a round of applause before I read that. And let me say, I'll never make that mistake again. You will always be Quatiana to me. Now, Mayor's Award of Excellence and Influence is honor presented during Women's History Month and National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. To Q, for being an example of excellence, professionalism, and service as you greet staff and visitors each day to Aurora City Hall with a positive attitude, a helpful nature, and your signature smile. Thank you for being you, Q. Let's give her another round of applause.
And now we have members of our HR team who are here. We have members of our Advisory Commission on Disabilities who are here. And we have our Director of Disability Services who are here as the mayor prepares to proclaim this month, National Developmental Disabilities Month. If all of those members can please come down. And Anthony, if you can come down as well, you can join her as well. Big round of applause. Come on down, everyone, as we support you.
All right. Go ahead. You're all good. Go ahead. Perfect. Beautiful. Yes, please do. You're all good. So now, it is my honor to read this proclamation for National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. Whereas this year marks the 37th anniversary of National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, and whereas the Developmental Disabilities Assistance and Bill of Rights Act of 2000, DDT Act, it's called, assures that individuals with developmental disabilities and their families have access to community services, individualized support, and assistance to promote self-determination, independence, productivity, and community integration and inclusion. And whereas National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month celebrates the contributions of people with disabilities and educates about barriers they face in achieving full community inclusion. And whereas people with developmental disabilities enrich and enhance Aurora with their strengths, abilities, and contributions. And whereas celebrating a brighter future and expanding opportunities comes with the recognition that many obstacles exist that prevent individuals with developmental disabilities from realizing their full potential at school, work, at home, or as members of their family and communities. And whereas the City of Aurora, through the work of the Disabilities Service Division and the Advisory Commission on Disabilities, recognizes the importance of community living for individuals with developmental disabilities, and is working to address the barriers that exist while celebrating expansions that allow individuals to realize their full potential at school, work, and at home as members of their families and our community. So now, therefore, I, Mayor Richard Irvin, do hereby recognize March 2024 as National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month in the City of Aurora. Let's give them a round of applause.
We'll do a group photo. And if Q, Katrina, or Alicia would like to say anything? Q asked not to speak earlier today.
That's right.
What
You don't have to say anything.
So-
It's all good. Stand up and smile. Your signature smile.
I would just like to thank the City of Aurora for this opportunity to really recognize the work that's being done as this division, the advocacy that's being done for those with disabilities, and I couldn't think of a better representative to be honored today during this time than Q. Mayor Richard Irvin said it well, and I can say that with any other person I've encountered, whether it's Elaine or anyone, it's something about their tenacity. While it may appear that they have lack of ability, but when you encounter them, that lack has really turned over, and they display a greater ability to present inner qualities that exude what they may feel like they're lacking. And Q, you have definitely done that, and you have been a blessing. And I'm grateful to be a part of the work that the city is doing and recognizing and advocating and making this city more accessible and supporting those with disabilities. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Big another round of applause for Q Strotter there, first recipient. Thank you, everyone. And as they make their way to their seats, I see our special guests have arrived. Our other special guests, along with Q, are being recognized this evening. As we honor Women's History Month, we don't want to miss an opportunity to use this platform to shine a light on the women in our community. The other recipients of the Mayor's Influence and Excellence Award have arrived. The Queen Mother is here, getting ready. Their mother-daughter duo that we know very, very well here in Aurora and the impact that they've had. And I know the mayor has such a personal relationship with them, and as we bring them up, he'll share those stories. But for the community, let me introduce you to our first and second recipients. Because of her staunch advocacy, her selfless service, her attentive care, and timeless wisdom, Ms. Dolores Hicks is beloved in the Aurora community, where she's often referred to as Mother Hicks. Mother Hicks is a retired nurse serving more than 25 years with Mercy Hospital, 6 years with VNA Healthcare, and 10 years at the CCS Medical Center. She's an elected trustee of the Aurora Township government, where she's the chair of the Aurora Township Senior Advisory Committee. She's a proud mother of 5 children, 14 grandchildren, and 9 great-grandchildren, and is the esteemed mother of Aurora, who has raised multiple generations, and I believe the mayor, myself, Katrina, and the rest of us consider ourselves her children. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Dolores Hicks.
Give her a big round of applause.
I love you, Mother. And as we bring up her daughter, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. She's a community psychologist, a thought leader, an innovator, a community consultant, and a multi-dimensional entrepreneur. Dr. Peggy Hicks is the pastor of Exalted Word Ministries under the leadership of her mother, the overseer, Pastor Dolores Hicks. She's a licensed ordained pastor, a community consultant, a business owner, and a longtime community activist. She holds a doctorate in philosophy, community psychology. She's a lecturer, policy and political advisor, an advocate, and a mentor. She's a chief executive officer of the Hicks Right Organization, the president of the Fox Valley Christian Ministerial Alliance, and the past chairwoman of the Aurora African American Heritage Advisory Board. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Peggy Hicks.
Now, before I read both of these plaques and proudly read these plaques, and hopefully you guys hang these proudly on your walls at home or somewhere close to you. You know, many folks don't know that I have a relationship that goes back so many decades with Miss Hicks and Peggy Hicks. Can somebody bring a chair for Miss Hicks? No. Oh, you good? All right. It's to the point where once every month I go to their house for lunch, just for them to give me advice on the world, on being mayor, and just pray for me. You know, in hopes that, you know, they help me become a better person, because we all working on being better people. And I can tell you that Peggy and Miss Hicks, Dr. Hicks and Pastor Hicks, treat me like their son. I look at this as my sister and my mother, and they give me so much strength, so much energy, and they give me what I need to get, you know, just to get by, you know, every day. So I look forward to those times that we spend together. And a lot of folks don't know, I just drive over their house, and Peggy normally makes me some of the best smothered pork chops that you ever want to taste, and some candy yams and fried chicken. So I old school eating that, you know, I really enjoy, and it fills my heart, and I really appreciate what you all do for me, because I don't know if you realize how much it really means just to share time with you and your wisdom and experience and the ability to make me a better person. So these are very good people that do so much for our community. They deserve every single honor that they get. So hopefully this honor is befitting of who you are and what you have to offer to our community. So this first Mayor's Award of Influence and Excellence is honor presented during Women's History Month to Pastor Dolores Hicks for leading with grace, grit, and gratitude, and for using your intellect, insight, and influence to inspire excellence in others and throughout our entire community. Thank you for being you. Let's give it. And to Dr. Peggy Hicks, this award of influence and excellence is honorably presented to her for leading with grace, grit, and gratitude, for using her intellect, insight, and influence to inspire excellence in others and throughout our community, and definitely both of them inspiring excellence in me. Thank you for who you are, Peggy. All right, so we're going to take a quick picture, and then I'll let Dr. Hicks say a few words.
Looking right ahead here. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Pastor Doris Hicks, Dr. Peggy Hicks, almost a quarter of a century running their church and just so much longer influence in our community. Dr. Hicks.
Well, I'm extremely proud, and thank you, all of you who made this possible. Thank you, Mayor. I think about all of those shoulders that we stand on, particularly Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Barack Obama, his wife, and so many others. And so thank you for the opportunity to have served the community and to continue to serve in a way that I can. Thank all of you who support us in the work that we do. And we're passionate about the people in Aurora. So thank you so much.
I'll bring it to you.
I do need to say thank you to everyone present. It's been a long time, and sometimes it seems like you're just moving and you're not going anywhere. And I keep doing the things that I'm doing. This is my 4th term as a trustee of Aurora Township.
Wow.
And I guess I'm going to do another one from what my alderman says. I'm his trustee. So anyway, I want to thank everybody who participated, everyone who made this possible. Thank every alderman in this house. Some of you I don't know as well, but you probably do know me. But thank you very much. That's all right, Clayton. I am just overjoyed. There's no words to say at this time. I'm really overjoyed. Like I said, it takes a long time. Sometimes people look at you and think, well, how did she do this, and how did she get this? Well, they don't understand what you have to go through, the price that you pay. And so I'm just grateful. Thank everyone. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you.
All right.
Another round of applause.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, at this time, I know there are a number of folks that are here for the presentations. We're about to start the regular portion of the meeting. You feel free to sit here and participate with us, but if you'd like to leave, I'll give everybody an opportunity to file out before we start the regular portion of the meeting. All right, let's get on with the regular portion of the meeting. Those folks that wanted to leave have already left the council chambers. Let's go on to public comment. Madam Clerk, do we have any members of the public wishing to offer public comment?
We do not, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Let's go on to the next portion of the agenda, the committee reports. Chairwoman Patty Smith, can you give the Building, Zoning, and Economic Development Committee report, please?
I sure will, Mr. Mayor. The Building, Zoning, and Economic Development Committee met on March 13th, 2024, and reviewed the following items. 24-0159, an ordinance authoring the execution of an easement agreement between the City of Aurora and Fox Valley Habitat for Humanity for the properties located at 1900 Jericho Road and the southwest corner of Jericho Road and South Edgelawn Drive.
Consent.
No objections, item going consent. Sorry, Alderman Lash.
Sure, just a quick question, probably for staff. On this and the next couple items, I know there was some question about having dual access to this property. Has the township, members of the township, given us access?
Good evening, Jason Bauer with the Department of Public Works. Yes, at the BZ&E committee, the township commissioner came and expressed some concerns over traffic volumes and the possible second connection, which we feel is in favor of not just the residents of this area, but also the township. There's a lot of pluses. The Fire Protection District was in support. We're looking to loop the water main through there, which will allow for better fire coverage, and it will also allow for those homeowners to hook up to the water at any point in time should their wells fail or run dry or need improvements, and it's cheaper to connect to the water main that's already there. So we did provide the traffic information to the township. We did that last week. We haven't heard anything back. We understand that the residents are possibly going to talk and discuss a little bit further. We're going to continue that dialogue. It doesn't affect this easement or the plat in and of itself. We've got plenty of options where if we don't make that connection, that we can still make this subdivision work as platted.
Okay, and we won't have any problem getting safety equipment in and out of that community should they not?
Definitely not. Nope, we've already worked with the fire department. We've ran a couple options past the fire marshal, and regardless of what happens with an additional connection, there's no problems.
Okay, thank you for the update. Thank you, Mayor.
Sure.
No objections, item going consent.
Okay, next item is 23-0338, a resolution approving the final plat for Habitat Green Freedom subdivision located at 1921 Jericho Road.
No objections, item going consent.
23-0339, a resolution approving the final plan for Habitat Green Freedom subdivision located at 1921 Jericho Road for a one-family dwelling, 1,100 use.
For the last one in this item, there are no action needed.
Yeah. And, Mr. Mayor, that is all we have for the BZ&E committee.
All right, let's go on to Finance. Chairman Frankel, can you give the Finance Committee report, please?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Finance Committee met on March 14, 2024, and reviewed the following items. 24-0084, a resolution to accept additional monies received from the Corridor Improvements Grant and award those monies to Scientel Solutions LLC, 2021 North Yellow Road, Aurora, for an amount not to exceed $251,592.15. This is due to additional labor and material costs since the original application.
Unfinished.
Unfinished.
Next one is 24-0138, a resolution authorizing Crawford, Murphy, and Tilly to provide professional engineering services to update the city's water distribution system hydraulic model, an amount not to exceed $200,000. And since the last update in 2016, a number of conditions have changed, necessitating the new software update.
No objections, item going consent.
Mr. Mayor, that concludes the Finance Committee report.
Thank you much. Chairman Seville, can you give the Public Health, Safety, and Transportation Committee report, please?
Yes, there wasn't any items for the agenda, so the meeting was canceled. No, thank you.
Thank you much. Chairwoman Wani Garza, can you give the Infrastructure and Technology Committee report, please?
Yes, Mayor. We met on March 11. So the first item is 24-0017, a resolution to use NTI National Technologies down in Grove, Illinois, as a primary fiber vendor and EX2 Technology LLC of Omaha, Nebraska, as the secondary vendor for 2024 City of Aurora fiber optic price for $1,358,149 plus 10% contingency total not to exceed $1,493,963.90.
No objections, item going consent.
Next item is 24-0143, a resolution authorizing acceptance of the lowest bid from Pro-Line Fence for the installation of perimeter fencing to the Aurora Transportation Center in the amount of $53,698 and contingency of $2,684.90.
Consent.
No objections, item go on consent.
24-0151, a resolution authorizing the Director of Purchasing to execute contract with Crawford, Murphy, and Tile, Aurora, Illinois, to the amount of $210,600 for water main flushing.
Consent.
No objections, item go on consent.
24-0152, a resolution authorizing the Director of Purchasing to execute a 2-year contract with the Fair Graham and Associates LLC of Freeport, Illinois, to the amount of $341,560.00 for monthly CSO monitoring, DMR reporting, and new flow matters.
Consent.
No objections, item go on consent.
24-0154, a resolution authorizing the acceptance of bid pricing for 3 years for the installation of playground mulch in various park playground locations not to exceed $58,793.28.
Consent.
No objections, item go on consent.
24-0155, a resolution authorizing the Director of Purchasing to enter an agreement with Advanced Paving Solution, Inc., 22774 Citation Road, Unit C, Frankfort, Illinois, 60423, in the amount of $150,239.25 for Galena La Seol parking lot improvements.
Consent.
No objections, item go on consent.
24-0156, a resolution authorizing the Director of Purchasing to enter into an agreement with Gray Bar Electric, 1 Pierce Place, Suite 800, Itasca, Illinois, 60143, and Volunteer Supply Industries, Ltd., 105 East Galena Boulevard, Suite 806, Aurora, Illinois, 60505, an amount not to exceed $243,818.80 and $20,320.00, respectively, for the purchase of lighting materials for various locations throughout the city.
Consent.
No objections, item go on consent.
And we conclude the meeting, Mayor.
Thank you much. Chairman Warman, can you give the Rules, Administration, and Procedure Committee report, please?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. The Rules Administration and Procedures Committee met on March 5th, 2024, and reviewed the following items. 24-0125, an ordinance establishing the Aging and Community Advisory Board under Chapter 2, Article 6 of the Code of Ordinances.
Consent.
No objections, item go on consent.
Next item, 24-0139, an ordinance amending Chapter 2, Article 2, Division 2-6-5, Section 2-414, entitled Policies and Procedures.
Consent.
No objections, item go on consent.
Next item on the agenda, 24-0145, a resolution approving the appointment of Robert Pickens to the Aurora Planning and Zoning Commission.
Consent.
No objections, item go on consent.
Next item, 24-0146, a resolution approving the reappointment of Sean Lee, Brittany Borowitz-Keller, and Ivan Quinones, and the appointment of Carrie Davis and Kelly Wanauskas to the Aurora LGBTQ Advisory Board.
Consent.
No objections, item go on consent.
Last item on the agenda, 24-0148, a resolution authorizing the appointment of Aaron Malone, Renew Chandra Kanakama, and the reappointment of Ginger Ingram and Curtis Wilson to the Civilian Review Board.
Consent.
No objections, item go on consent.
And Mr. Mayor, that concludes the Rules Administration and Procedures Committee.
Thank you very much. That concludes the committee reports. Let's go on to new business. Madam Clerk, to read the first item under new business.
24-0175, a resolution approving the appointment of Christopher Bennett to the Civilian Review Board.
So moved.
Second.
Been a motion and a second. Any questions on that? Actually, that it's either going to be consent. Is there any
Consent.
questions on this one? No objection. This item will go on consent. All right, that concludes new business. Let's go on to Alderman's Corner. Today's Alderman's Corner is going to be done by Ward 2 Alderwoman Juani Garza. She will be presenting. Go ahead, Alderman Garza.
Mayor, well, yes, from the whole year, we have all these events working on it, and so since last year, we still have a second floor over there, so it's a long time. But yeah, we have so many events. The first event, okay, that one is for the Easter egg hunt we had last year. And so we have over 4,000 eggs, and the kids picking in less than 10 minutes. So this is a real popular program in the McCarthy Park with the eggs. And so they are so happy to have the Easter bunny and take some pictures there also. So last year we have more than 1,000 kids in there, and it was an Easter egg, an Easter day. So I thought it was going to be kind of cold, but it's still kids showing up in there. So this year we want to do also on March 31st. So they're going to be at 12:30 to 1:30, 1 hour only. So it's enough time for the kids collecting all the eggs and try to collecting the eggs with the price, because we have Easter baskets also before take the pictures with the bunny. So it's very, very nice event, and really people enjoy it. So, and also we have in there for the ice cream social. Ice cream social we start doing in McCarthy Park after we rebuilding, and they do all the splash and all that, because in the past years, so we have very better reputation with the park. So we start with the ice cream social and bringing people to the park and really enjoy it and be for families is what it is. And normally we have entertainment. This event is almost 4 hours, so we did last year. And this year we want to do also, we want to be on Sunday 11, August 11. So it's going to be not too many hours really, but they're going to be like 4 hours. But that time we already have the portable toilets, and so the kids can use it and all that. So that one going to be from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And last year we implement in this event the competition of recycled dresses. So I think it's good for people create the good things with recycled materials. So we have the competition with the dresses and different, imagine, so newspaper, plastic, cardboard, so all kind of materials recycled and they make dresses. So, and we decide to give you $500 to the winner. So we have judges from out of the city, so they decide who is the winner, so they don't know who is who. And so that's very great. So you can see there one of the girls is like an angel. So this is only plastic bags. So the plastic bags we normally throw in the garbage is like we have from groceries. So she had the whole dress with the plastic bags. And also we have a little girl, so it's with the winner with the newspaper. So she makes the dress with even the shoes and the little purse too. So they can do a lot of creations in there. So now I start announcing in Facebook. So if they want to start creating, because sometimes they take time, so to finalize the dress or whatever they want to do. So want to be real nice. So everyone is interested. So want to be on August 11 in McCarthy Park. Okay, next chart. Okay, the next one is for the Pioneer Breakfast. Pioneer Breakfast also, this is the, last year we did the 18-year annual Hispanic Pioneer Breakfast. So we start with the honoring the pioneers, the Hispanic pioneers start in the past years. So past years we're recognizing and different skills, like who was the first teachers Latino, who is the Latino stores in the back years. I'm talking about 50s and 60s. So when the Latinos start coming to Aurora. Barbershops, who was the barbershop, the first Latino barbershop, we are already honoring that. The clubs, like the Latin American Club, I can imagine they have more than 60 years. The Latin American Club in San Francisco is more than 60 years founded. So we recognizing that one too. The nurses, doctors, who was the first doctors, Latinos in Aurora, we're recognizing too. So who is the doctor, the first doctors, Latinos in Aurora. So we're recognizing all this in all these years in Aurora. And also, we provide so far 109 students with the scholarships. Some from my, some of the aldermans provide scholarships since 4 years ago. They start giving me helping with that. So Alderman Mike Seville, Alderman Shakira Harbon passed, so she started working with me and say, I want to help you and I want to give you a scholarship also for my ward. So we decided to do that. So a couple of years also, Emmanuel Amas helping to provide for their own ward residents. They apply. Ted Mesiacos also do that. So so we give you last year to one of the 10 ward residents. So this is a great program to provide to the students and focus in the Latino students with the pioneers also, but we provide to everybody, all races. So we're not discriminating nobody. When they really have good grades and they have the criteria, so we have a committee, very good committee, and so what is what they do. So this coming year, we want to do the 19th annual Hispanic Pioneer Breakfast, so they want to be in Bella Cele Banquets also, September 12, 24. So we want to mark the calendar for the day, okay? So next, okay, that one is for the, what we did last year also, the driver facility. We invite the driver facility mobile unit because I know, especially now, they have to make an appointment to go if they want to change the driver license, or they want to make correction in driver license, or they want to now start working with the real ID. So all that, they have to make an appointment to go to the Secretary of State. So to make it easy for our community, last year we bring into the Sacred Heart Church in the basement. So we had very success event because it was only 4 hours, 10 in the morning to 2 o'clock, but it's by appointment. Still, if they would really want to help like 48 people with the new driver license, and they have limited to 16 real IDs because they take more time. And we have the space in the church because they have separate rooms for the real ID. They have to review all the documents and all that, so they're going to be more private. So this is very good for our community. They really appreciate it. So this year we want to have it again, the real IDs also. So in case they want to do it, so we want to have it on 27th of June 27. So want to be the unit for, we already set up that. So in case somebody want to go make some changes in the driver license, or they want to have the real ID, so we want to have on June 27, and the basement of Sacred Heart Church in our second ward. So it's 761 Fulton Street, okay? So Dia de los Niños is another event popular for second ward residents, or everybody want to come. So this year going to be the 21st of April, because the 31st of April, or the 30th of April, they have so many other places they do Dia de los Niños, so we decided to do it the 21st of April. So we're going to be on McCarthy Park also, and we have some sponsors for helping with toys or games to the kids. So this is to enjoy. It's only for kids, especially for kids. So this is a tradition in Latin America, and especially in Mexico, to celebrate the kids. So it's el Día de los Niños. So that's another one. So the other functions we want to do there is we want to continue encourage the residents to improve the fences. The fences, chain link fences, we try to remove and put it like an iron fence. Or if they decide to set back a little bit, it's incorrectly, sometimes it's very close to the street. If they want to remove back, so they can do that too. So we have a grant for that. So it's up to $5,000. And if they decide not to remove the fence or not to take off the chain link fences and put it iron fences, also they can fix the driveways. So it's either. So the driveways, we have so many before in second ward, we still gravel driveways. So we have the opportunity, so they can apply. So the only they need to prove is owner of the property. So living there, so they can fix the driveways. Not the entrance. The entrance is the city is do the kind of a part of the city property, the entrance. But at the driveway, from the house inside, so they can fix it with the $5,000 reimbursement. So they can apply for fix the driveway or fix the fence, but one of the two. So this is very good program, very popular, and the past a lot of people take off the chain link fences because chain link fences look rusty and sometimes they didn't do a good maintenance, so it's preferred to just remove or put it iron fence. Okay, so also soon we having last year with Alderman Ted Mesiacos, the shred event in a parking lot of East Aurora High School. So this year, we want to be together with Ted Mesiacos and also Alderman Tolliver. So we decided to do the 3 wards together. So we want to have it again on April 6th, the shred event. So it want to be in the parking lot, also the East Aurora High School. So we want to do it in there. So doesn't matter if it's rain or shine or snowing, we want to still do it, right? So. And the cleanups, we want to do the cleanups event is to people can throw not just garbage, big furniture, mattress, things like that. And so we want to have, I divide second ward in two sections. So we cannot do it in one time only. So we do 2 sections, west to the east to the Union and west to the Union, to downtown. So the first one we want to do on June 8th. So that one want to be from Union to the east, and the second one want to be on September 28th, and want to be from Union to the west. And I encourage the people to not just waiting for that every time when they have garbage collectors, just try to put it much as can. But if they don't, they really have so much stuff like they change furniture or living room or whatever, so they can throw in there. In Ward 2, we decide to do it every other year. We're not doing every year. We do every other year. So that way, people not collecting so much stuff and just because we have the cleanup, just put it in there. So we're not doing every year. We're doing every other year. So last year we did it, so we want to do it this year. So, and also I have the alarms. This is very, to me, it's very interesting. It's a gas leaking detector. So we found this one in the last conference we went. So the gas leaking detector, to me, is very important, especially when the houses are over 50 years. And the majority of second ward residents, I think the houses are over 50 years. So this is for seniors or disabled people. So they can come or call to the alderman's office and pick it up their own alarm. And it's very simple. They have the batteries, and the batteries is for 7 to 10 years. So they just put it like a nail and just hanging in. And the areas where the gas is, like the boiler or the furnace, something like that. So that way they can prevent explosions or things like that. What I notice now is a lot of people change their own by self the boilers, and they don't know exactly when it's some kind of liquid. And then we have some kind of intoxications on some people in my area. So 8 people intoxicated because husband replaced the boiler, and he think he did it correctly, and he was correctly, but I have some kind of liquid escaped with the gas, so the 8 people intoxicated. So after that, I'm thinking this alarm is very important, especially when they do that, especially in the old houses like we have. So I still have some for second ward residents, seniors or disabled people, so they can call to alderman's office and give the name and address, and we provide one. Okay, next. The next one is we have last year also the Mexican consulate. Why is important for us? Maybe it's not important for every alderman, but for me it's very important to have the Mexican consulate, the mobile unit also, because everybody have to go to Chicago. Sometimes they have to take the whole day and pay big amount of parking to park the car in there. So we bring it to our communities. So last year we have it. Last year the unit from April 20, we haven't, April 26th to April 28th last year. So this year, we want to have also on St. Louis Church. If somebody want to go, they're going to be from the 16th to the 20th of April. Okay, they have to make they have to call, and they want to have to call to the number to make the appointment. So the number is 424-309-0009, just to make an appointment to go to the Mexican consulate. And going to be on 271 North Fransburg, St. Louis Church. And this is for any, if they want to renew the passport, or if they want to make corrections in the birth certificates also. Because sometimes we, and especially in the Latino community, there's so many Marias and so many Joses, so they need to make corrections in that. So Mexican consulate is helping a lot in that. So they want to be what I'm saying, so the 16th to the 20th in St. Louis Church, but they have to have an appointment. They have to make an appointment. So they have to call to the number I gave it already. So other event, we want to have this coming Saturday, the citizenship workshop. This is another important for our Latinos. People want to be a citizenship. So if they already have 5 years with the green card, so they can be a citizen. Or if they are married with a citizenship person, so 3 years only. So if you're married with citizen person, so we need only 3 years to have the green card. The other way, they have to wait 5 years. So it's going to be a workshop with Family Focus together, with Senator Karina Villa and Barbara Hernandez. We put it together. So this coming Saturday, going to be also in Sacred Heart Church in the basement, 761 Fulton. So they're going to be from 9 to 12. They don't need appointment. They don't need appointment. Just bring all the documents. So the requirements, especially the documents, the requirement is, the most important is to be 18 years old, a legal permanent resident for 5 years, or 3 years if you're married with citizen. So they can apply in there. Also, they want to provide some help to pay the fee for this if they qualify. So they have to bring the income. So if they qualify, they can provide the help for pay the fee to be a citizen. I think this is important for us too. Okay, so the citizenship is going next week, this coming Saturday, the 23rd. And the Mexican consulate going to be in April 16th to the 20th, and Sacred Heart St. Louis Church. The St. Louis Church is on Fransworth, 271 North Fransworth. Okay, so that one they need to make an appointment. Make sure to call to 424-309-0009. Okay, next. Okay, now this is, this little kid win this bicycle last year and the other los niños. So they just want to have bicycles too for the kids. So what happened, oops, let me see here. Okay, yes, over here. 24 projects. Okay, the prize we want to have in Second Ward, it want to be a new theater and a Stolp Island parking garage. It's under construction. And Premium is under construction also, probably next to Surway, probably going to be in the parking garage very soon too. A few months concept plan for Millennium Plaza. We will going to be remodeling and improvements. So by the 25, going to be a real nice Millennium Plaza. Luminel Coffee and Wine Bar will be behind construction this year, and the former Treadwell Coffee, remember? So going to be now not only coffee, going to be wine too, and then going to be nice. Improvements in La Quinta de los Reyes too. Now they working on it, the patio, el patio. The patio going to be real nice with the roof mobile. So they can be, if it's a sunny day, they can remove and the sun come through the patio. If it's like raining or whatever, so they put it back and want to be real nice. This one want to be probably soon in the spring, so I hope soon. It's working very fast. Want to be real nice, La Quinta de los Reyes. So the building, the RFP for key city-owned building on Broadway, probably they want to be released by the 24th, and I don't know what they want to put it in there, so if somebody's interested. So the revision to the Fox Walk Overlay District was approved to allow for more flexibility in working in the downtown parking study. And I think it's great. They're doing a great job so far. So the demolishing and the 209 LaSalle and Galena. So they want to be demolish the building. It's already approval. So they want to be parking lot with want to mark the lines and everything. So want to be more space for downtown visitors or the residents that live in downtown. Okay. Next. Okay, the streets, they fixed some of the streets, and also it's some alleys all together. Wondrous Street was 1 block from Front Street to Liberty Street. Colfax was one block front to Sulphursburg, and the block number 2 was for Sulphursburg Avenue to North End. Stuart Avenue between Superior and Liberty Street. Trask, 1 block, Liberty Street between Sulphursburg Avenue. Track Street number 2, Indian Street, Sulphursburg Avenue. Schiller Avenue between Fenton and Liberty Street. Alley and Sulphursburg between Good and Colfax was fixing also. And complete the landscaping restoration and the last year Avon 50 Bavier project. 5th to Water Main Extension, Clark to Benton, out to bid construction in spring. Broadway streetscape improvements will be complete final design this spring and hopefully be the project this summer with fall 24 construction start. Clark Station lift station improvements, miscellaneous sanitary sewer, living and televising. So we have all that in second ward. Next. And so also we're still working with the kids with technology. This is in Sacred Heart Church. So we still some kids working and make the robots. So they are so happy creating all that. And so we continue with that. And the other picture says for the neighborhood groups. So we're continuing with the neighborhood groups. We have 4 neighborhood groups in second ward. So it's a very active community and very active community meetings. We have got a lot of residents involved, and it's what they count to continue growing in second ward. And that's it. Thank you so much.
Great job, Alderman Garza. We have clearly got a lot going on in second ward, so we appreciate everything you do for the city. It makes the city stronger as a whole. All right, let's go on to the next portion. There is no need for a closed session. That concludes our business for today. Is there a motion to adjourn? Motion made by Alderman Smith, second by Alderman Franco. All in favor?
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.